Hello, I'm Laura Turiano, and today I'm going to be talking about self care. Self care is something that is really important, and I think it is something that is completely neglected in our society, especially among women, but also among men. I mean, it's something that always comes to the bottom of the rung as far as what we make place as a priority in our lives, and that really needs to change. Because we do it because we think that everything else in our lives is more important and everything else comes first. So if we're parents, we're busy taking care of our children. We're busy at our jobs trying to make deadlines and do our work and do the best job we can to create s- uh, income for ourselves and for the companies that we work for. And we just get very wrapped up in giving and giving and giving and putting energy out into the world. And often we feel guilty about giving to ourselves. We feel guilty about um, recharging our batteries. And what happens is the more we do this, the less energy we have, and the more our bodies start to break down, our emotional states start to break down, and we just really become unhealthy. And then what we do is we look for things outside of ourselves to fill up our tank. So maybe we use food to fill up our tank, or we use alcohol to bring ourselves back into balance, or we use video games, or we use our handheld devices to kind of give us a treat from now and then, because our lives are so out of balance. And that's really not healthy for anyone, and it's actually making our world more and more broken. And so it's really time to think about, how do we create self-care? How do we build it into our lives? And how do we make it a priority? Because the truth is, we should come first. And I know sometimes that feels really selfish, but it isn't, because if we don't have enough in our tank to give to ourselves, then we really don't have enough to give to others, and we never really give them our true selves, what they could be getting if we gave to ourselves first. And I think that's really important to think of, because if we're parents, we all want to be the best parents we can be. As employees or employers, we want to do the best job that we can. Most of us do. And we want to really contribute to society. And we just really need to make contributing to ourselves a priority, because you really can't give what you don't have. So, what are some ways that we can care for ourselves more? Well, one of the ways that I believe is really important is to take some time in the morning just for yourself, to kind of center yourself and then make your day, uh, set an intention for your day. So whether or not you have 5 minutes or 30 minutes or an hour, everybody has different amounts of time. But even if it's only 5 minutes, sitting quietly and trying to connect with yourself and just think about, how do I want my day to go? What do I want to happen? What are my priorities? How do I want to feel in my day? And just spending 5 minutes will make a huge difference in how your day goes, because we really are the drivers of our own lives. And when we set intention, we really can influence our lives. And so by doing that, that really starts your day in the right off on the right foot. Another thing that's really important and can really help us with self-care is appreciation. And I used to think that appreciation or gratitude was basically so that I could, see how much I have, and really, it's kind of a place where I'm humble, and I just thank the world for all the blessings that I have. But what I've started to see is that it starts to make you feel like you matter. Um, as you look out your kitchen window and you see the trees and you appreciate them, you get energy from them. They actually feed you. When you appreciate a child, that feeling, it gives back to you. It gives you energy. And so when we start to appreciate, it's just like giving. You can think of a time when you gave, even money to a homeless person or a meal to a homeless person, and you could just feel their gratitude. It really gives to you, and that your gratitude does that too. It gives back to you because as you begin to look at your blessings, the energy of it is contagious. And, one of the things I noticed was that I do feel grateful all the time, but I don't realize I'm feeling grateful. Like I would be looking at a bird and I would just see the colors of the bird, if it was a cardinal or something like that. And I would see it and I would just enjoy the red, the deep red on that bird and the shape of its head. Or maybe I would look at a tree in my backyard and just appreciate how much it had grown and the shape of it or something like that. And I didn't realize I really was appreciating it. And so just focusing and knowing that I'm appreciating that, it sort of allows the energy or the feelings of what you are appreciating to come back to you. So it really is giving back to you in a wonderful way. And that is self care. Another thing is scheduling time for self, time to do things that are very comforting, like getting a massage or taking the afternoon just for yourself to go shopping or to go hiking, spend time in nature. So there are lots of things we can do to care for ourselves, and they don't have to take a lot of time, but being very intentional with them is so important. And we just have to remember that we can't give what we don't have. And so if we don't give to ourselves, then we really are running around like broken people trying to provide for everyone else. And everyone else can feel that. They can feel how out of balance we are. They can feel that we might be resentful, and that doesn't make them feel good either. So when we put ourselves first, we put everyone else first too. And that is important. Thank you for listening. Bye.